Welcome to this tutorial. This is IDRISI TERRSET. So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can create a land cover map using IDRISI TERRSET software. Now, IDRISI TERRSET is majorly used for processing Landsat images, producing land cover maps. You can use it to create contour using an SRTM map, that is the shuttle radar topographic mission. But it's something you can do on other software because it is not really okay when you use the software to create contours. When you want to create contours, you either use Sofa, IGIS, or Qgis. Those are the best softwares for creating contours. Those are the best softwares for creating contours when you want to create some contours. Now, this one, it is used majorly in creating land cover maps and also predicting the land cover map. So one thing is that if you want to know how the rate of change will be for the next maybe 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years, this is the best software you can use in IDRISI TERRSET. Now this is the plugin for you can use for predicting. Then you can also use another one. There's another one which you can use, that is called Cellular Automata. So Cellular Automata is another software you can use for predicting. You can also use Cellular Automata. So that is another thing you can see. Change time series. So you use Markov. Yes, Markov. So it is called, you use CA Markov rather. So it is called Cellular Automata Markov chain. Now, we are going to be showing how to do that. So first, let me bring in my image. I will show you how I'll be bringing in the images here for the classification, for the image classification to produce the land cover map. So I will right click on this, go to new project, then under your PC. So it is always good to store your data in your local drive C, then go to local drive C. So I am going to be selecting Abuja Landsat. So this is it. So I will just, once I click on it, I'll just click OK. So once I click OK, I'll go back to my file. So you can see that it's not showing. So what I need to do here is that I need to go to my file. I need to go to import to bring in the data. Then go to government/data provider. Then go to GeoTIFF. Here, inside the GeoTIFF from here. So you can see for Landsat 8 now, that is Landsat OLI, operational band imager. I need only 3 bands to create the first color composite, because first color composite is what we are going to be using for our classification, because that is the best composite to use. We have the true color composite, we have the pseudo natural color, and we have the first color composite. So we are not concerned about the other two. We are majorly concerned with the first color composite. So for Landsat 8, we only need the band 3, which is the green band, band 3, which is the green band 4, which is the red band, and band 5, which is the near infrared band. So we click OK. So name, So I can just, okay, let me just remove this and leave it at this. Sorry, let's select it again. Select band 3. So here I want to change the name. Let me just delete the other two and leave band 3. Just click OK. So it will load the image in. So this is the first band. So I will go again, load the second. That is band 4. This is band 4. So I will load this again. So you pick the second band. Let me remove this and just leave it as B4. So I'll be able to know that that is band 4. Then load it. Then that is B4 now. Then I will go again and pick my band 5, which is the near infrared band. So all these band stuff will be explained in the theoretical aspects, which I will be sending to you. So it will be explained. So this is band 5. So it will be explained, and I will tell you the reason why I selected a band for force color composites for this. I will let you know, I will tell you what you mean by Landsat 5, Landsat 7, Landsat 8, so you will read about it. So I'll tell you what I mean. So this is the only bands I need now to create my the first color composite that I want to create. That is the band I need. So I'll close it. So what I'll do is I will go back to project, select this and go back to my file. You can see they've already appeared. This is it. So what I will do is, for you to let it appear in grayscale, just go to file, display launcher. Then here, bring in the band. So let's say the band 3 and select grayscale, then select. You can see. So this is what you need. So this is the band 3, and here if I go to file again, go to display launcher, can bring in the band 4, grayscale, then bring it in. You can see. So let's just bring in the band 3 again. Grayscale. Yeah. So here I'm going to be zooming in to some areas, to a particular area. So we want to use a particular area. So let's just use this particular area. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's try to use this area. Okay, let's use this particular area. Now I have to cut my area of interest because we cannot use all this. The data will be it will be too bulky. So for me to cut, just go to this place and type window. Just type window and click enter. So this is it. So I can select it by row and column, geographical positions, and existing window. So let me select row and column. When you select row and column, by the time you put your mouse here, you'll be seeing the row and column. You'll be seeing your row and column underneath here. You can see the C represents the column, the R represents the row. You can see underneath here. For the geographical position, you can see the XY. Now, this is your upper left column, and this is your lower right column. Those are the two you need to pick. So that will give you all. So here we are to Windows just 3. So here I will bring in my band 3. Here I'll bring in my band 4. Here I'll bring in my band 5. So here you can see. Here I'll put my mouse here. You can see the column. The column is 2259, and the row is 4324. And the next one, you bring your cursor down. That is lower right column. That is 3738 and 5843 5843. So once you've done that, select the output preference. So here, let me just decide to select a particular folder somewhere. So let me just select the folder here and just say create a new folder and just call it Landsat tutorial. So here I'll select the Landsat tutorial. So this is it. So just say cut image, or you can say cut. Just cut image underscore, or let's just say cut underscore image. So the next thing, you click OK. It's going to cut the image. So once you click OK, just close it. You can see it has been cut already. You can see. So this is our area of interest. So the next thing we want to do is to create a color composite so as to prepare our image for classification. So as to create our image for classification. So this is it. So the next thing is it has already cut the 3 images. So you can see that it's not yet showing here. So if you double click on this and double click back, double click. So let's see. Let's go to this, come back. So it's not yet showing. Let's go back to window. Okay, it's supposed to be inside our file. So what we are going to do is that every work that we are going to do must be inside this Abuja file, because by the time we want to project forward, the projection will not be able to work if some data are not available within this folder. So we are going to bring in all those things we did in the tutorial back to the normal folder. So we are going to bring it back. So we are going to copy everything. We're going to cut everything, then paste in Abuja tutorial, Abuja Landsat. So it must be here. It must be here. So That is it. So by the time you click it, you can see it's already showing here. You can see it's already showing here. So there are certain things that must be within the folder that must not be left behind when we are doing the projection. So the next thing we need to do is to create the first color composite. So to do that, we go to IDRISI image processing, we go to enhancement, then go to composite. So here, bring in the band. Now our blue band here will be represented with 3. Normally in Landsat 5 and Landsat 7, the blue band is band 1, the blue band is band 2, band 1, then the green band is band 2, the red band is band 3, the near infrared is band 4. But for Landsat 8, which is operational land imager, Landsat 1 is aerosol, Landsat 2 is blue, Landsat 3 is green, Landsat 4 is red, 5 is near infrared. So here, the blue, green, and red band is majorly a combination for creating true color composite. But in this case, under this blue, we are going to select 3, band 3. Here we are going to select band 4. Then the red now will be represented with the near infrared, which is band 5. So the output image, we are going to be using this same folder because of the classification. So let's just say composite. You save, then let's click OK. So you can see this is the first color composite of the area we want to work on. You can see this is the first color composite. These areas, you can see these areas are the settlement areas. You can see the settlement areas, the little settlement around that water. So those are the settlement areas. So the next thing is to classify. To do the classification, that is the next thing we need to do now, to do the classification. So that is the next thing to do, to classify our image. So what we are going to do in this case is, for us to classify, we only need one thing. We only need to do one thing. Just click on this. You can see these two. Digitizer, just click on it. Once you click on digitizer, just create your layer. Just say Abuja. '21. So leave it at polygon. Now this ID or value is just a means of assigning figure to what you want to do. For example, figure will represent the things, the features you want to pick. Like 1, I want my 1 to be built up, I want my 2 to be bare land, I want my 3 to be vegetation, and I want my 4 to be water body. So, but this one now is representing, is just the ones, the figures representing it. So this now I'm going to use 4 land cover categories which I have mentioned. So here the first thing is I want to select the area for my land for my built up. So what I'm going to do is, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to just click OK. You can see. So here, so what I will do is just let me delete future and let me go back again. So you can see. Let me click OK. So let me just select the filter. So I've already selected that place. So I have to zoom in properly to that place in case of the next selection. So here I will go again. Don't change anything, just click OK. You can see it has changed to true, so I will change that to 1, which is the built up because I'm still selecting built up. Just zoom in and add the polygon, and once you click it, just right click for the polygon to form. Once you've selected it, just right click. So I'll go again. You change it back to 1, which is the built up. I click OK again. So then you right click. So here I'm going to go to another area that has built up. You can see this is another built up area, and go. So 1, can I click, select. Now these are also built up areas. So this is it. Then you select one again. The built up will always appear as either whitish or cyan in color. So I'll select my point again. So let me go to another place. So this is another built up areas. You can see just like a flash color, just like a flash or cyan color. So 1, I'll select my polygon again. Then you right click. You can see. So now the next thing is, let's assume I've finished selecting my built up. So now the next thing is I want to select my vegetation. So the next thing is for me to go to digitize here. So now let's say true represents my vegetation. I will leave it at 2. Then click OK, then select because vegetation will appear as red under first color composite. Vegetation always appear as red. So here I will select another one, go again, it will change to 3, then change back to 2. This is also my part of vegetation as well. So now I'll go to these areas as well, these areas. So click, then change back to 2, then select as vegetation. So here you can see the reddish part, though this place looks rocky. So let me just zoom in and select the red part as the vegetation again. 2. So this is another area. Now let's assume I finished selecting my vegetation. It now remains my beer land and water body. Now this is something that looks like dark green. Dark green is my beer land. 3 is the beer land, so I'll select it and click enter, and click right click rather. So here I will go back again. You can see my beer land is very scarce, so I will go again. I'll change that to 3, then select this, something like dark green as my beer land. So it's not really much. So now let me go back and select my water body. This is my water body. So you can see it has changed to 4 by itself. So here I will select my water body, right click. So you can see the water body and merge. I'll select again, change it back to 4, which is the code for the water body. So I zoom it very well to select my water body closely. So here I'll go back again, select 4, then select my water body closely. So here this is also my water body. So 4. So So in the other tutorial I will be showing you how you can extract this water. There's a way you can extract this water from the satellite image. I'll be showing you in other tutorials using IDRISI and Qgis. So here, this is 4. So I'll select the water body again. So let's just see. I'm done selecting. Let me select another one here. So this is it. So change to 4. Then select. So let's say I'm done selecting my training site. So it is called training sample. So the next thing I'm going to do is to save digitized data. So you save it. Now I've saved it now. I've already saved it. So now the next thing I need to do is that I need to do a signature development. And that signature development is for me to register it. So I'm going to register those numbers with the figures they represented. So I'll just go to image processing to do that, then just go to signature development and go to make switch. So you can see vector 5 defining training sites. You click it here, you can see Abuja 2021, that is the training site. So here I will enter the signature files. Now here you are going to write out what each of them represent. Now this place represents the built up areas, that is the settlement, built up area. Then the next one represents your what? Vegetation. Then the next one represents your what? Your bare land. And the next one represents your water body. And click OK. So here I'm going to insert the layer group. So here I'm going to change it to 3. So I'm going to bring in those 3 images that we cut. 1, 1, 2. Then this is the third one. So then after that I'm going to click OK. So it's going to calculate the signature files for each of the training samples. So you can see built up areas, it's telling me that I selected it 142 pixels. This one is telling me that I selected 504 pixels. This one is telling me that I selected 6 pixels. This one is telling me that I selected 2111 pixels. So this is it. Now you close it, then you close it. Now the next thing is for us to classify the image. To classify, go to image processing, then go to add classifiers. So you can either use minimum distance and maximum likelihood. So both of them, they do the same thing, but I always prefer minimum distance. So here we are going to insert our signature group, which is Abuja. So which is Abuja. So here output file name, I will just say classify image. So I save, then I click OK. Now this is my classified image. If you see, you can see that these areas are built up areas which I selected. The bare land, you can see those bare lands, and you can see the vegetation areas. So you can see this is the classified image. So you can also do these things for What we use this thing to do is to know the extent of growth that has taken place over the years. So you can use Landsat of maybe 1980 something, 2002 or 2003 and 2021. You can just compare them just to know the rate at which growth has occurred. So they use it for monitoring land cover growth. That is what Landsat image is used for. So this is 2021 now. Now, one thing about the thing of classification is when you want to classify, you need to have the image. You need to have at least about 2 images when you want to classify. The first image will represent the first image will represent the first land cover image. The second one will represent the second land cover image. So the software will create a kind of match. It will match the 2 images together automatically and use it to predict the future land cover. So this is how to do image classification in IDRISI land cover. And the next tutorial, in the other tutorial which I'm going to show you, I'm going to get the tutorial and send it to you on how to predict land cover change in land cover change, and how to predict land use map. So for the next 10, 20 or which other years. So in this case, I only have Abuja 2021. I don't have the latter one. I don't have the one of maybe 2002. This is the only one, but I'm sure I'm going to get you a tutorial that will show you how you can predict land use land cover for any land use for any Landsat images. Now these things are the things you can easily do on IGIS or Qgis, but it is very important for you to know this so that at least you'll be able to know how to use different softwares. So here you can see how it is. You can also use IGIS. It is very simple when you use IGIS or Qgis. It's very simple. So I will make sure that I send you a tutorial. I'll make sure I get a tutorial on how to predict land cover map. That is land cover projection. So on how to project land cover, on how you want to know how an area will look in the next 10, 20, 30, 50 years. So it is very important. So thank you for your attention.